What a fun event. Tell us about how this has turned into the party that it is.
You know, it's, yeah, the first year that we probably had maybe like 50 people come. Wow. And that was at the Congress Plaza Hotel in Chicago. And I thought it was just going to be a one-time thing, but it's grown more every year. And now it's just, yeah, it is. It's just this big party, and it's all of our old friends that come every year, and lots of new people come as well. And so, yeah, it's like a big family reunion.
There are just the most interesting people, and everybody has just got a little bit of quirkiness and is open to everyone else's quirkiness, and you can see just interesting friendships being made in that room.
Yeah, it's incredible. A lot of people have made really good friends at these conferences, but we all have the same thing in common.
Yeah,
so.
a fascination with the unknown.
Right.
How about your own personal experience? I know you are an author of some books on hauntings.
Yes, I just finished my 10th book, Haunted Gary. Most of my books are about Chicago, ghost stories, and I'm the founder of Chicago Hauntings Tours. We're in our 13th year this year. So yeah, so this is another kind of thing that we do.
I wonder what it must be like if you are someone who is psychically sensitive or, feels that sort of pull or connection to spirits. What happens when you get into a room full of people who are like that and who are curious? I mean, there's got to be a buzz going on that level. I personally don't know about it, but I'm sure it is that kind of feeling in there.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just you walk around today and people would think we're insane. You know, if you don't do this, you're not familiar, because people will be talking about like the woman that's standing in the corner.
Oh, sure.
You know, that I can't see, and everyone else, they're like half the room can see her because half the people here are sensitive.
And they're like, what are you even wondering about?
Yeah, like I'm not going to the bathroom again because every time I walk in there, someone yells at me.
Oh,
you know.
How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm in Chicago, and it's really spooky here.
Is this apparently this is a hot city for the paranormal?
It is. I live in New England, but I come to Chicago a lot, and between Resurrection Mary, Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, you've got so many haunts here, you'd need weeks and weeks to see them all.
So tell us about, have you had a chance to go around and see anything? Any interesting experiences?
One of my first trips here, Ursula took me to Archer Avenue in Justice, and so we started at the Willowbrook, and we went 3 miles down the road to Resurrection Cemetery, and then we went to Chet's Melody Lounge across the street, and this is a hot spot for Resurrection Mary, because when people have encounters with her on the road, they stumble into the nearest building, and that's the only business that's open, especially late at night. It's so. Did you see that?
Whoa!
Did you do that with your mind?
Maybe we have a guest who is like telling us that we should go over to the Resurrection Mary, or to what's the name of the bar?
Chet's Melody Lounge. Mary, are you with us? So if you are, dim the lights. Anyway, that was great.
Once for yes, twice for no. Oh wow, that's
Have you heard
cool.
of like psychically sensitive people?
Sure.
I'm what they call insensitive.
Okay.
I feel nothing. I feel nothing at all. So we're in Chet's Melody Lounge. People stumble in there and say, I just saw this woman in the road. I screeched to a halt. I thought I hit her. And so we went in, and it's like, this place is rustic. It was just, It's a kind way of saying, we probably shouldn't say it. But anyway,
no, you can
we can say shithole?
Yeah,
okay.
shithole. Well, that's the kind of stuff we cover specifically.
So and we open the door. It's 10:30 in the morning on like a Wednesday, and the light hits a couple of the locals that just, like, one of them turned to dust, like right there. And I went,
sure.
Oh my gosh. And they said, our specialty is Bloody Marys. Do you want one? I'm like, well, it's 10:30 on a Wednesday. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So we had Bloody Marys, and we talked about Resurrection Mary, and that story goes back so far. They've made movies about her. They've written songs about her. She's easily the most famous phantom hitchhiker in America.
Wow.
Not the only one by far. And I think the moral of the story is that, you don't always reach your destination. Travel can be dangerous.
Yep.
And that story makes Justice, Illinois, makes Chicago, right? It gives it even more character.
Oh, yeah.
And the biggest tragedy of all would be to not tell these tales.
My husband makes paranormal documentaries and movies.
That explains it.
Well, I've always been drawn to the paranormal. When I was 6, I had my first experience. I saw a full-body apparition walk from my living room out past my door and out the back door, and that changed me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never leaving my bedroom door open again.
Wow.
And since then I see things, I hear things. It's really, I guess I was always meant to be here.
Wow. So you are one of those people who is psychically sensitive.
I don't like to put a name on it. It's not about me. It's about them.
And what kind of feeling do you get? Is it a scary thing? Do they want to just let you know they're there? Attention? Is it benevolent?
I don't know how to explain it. With me, I was scared to death of it
Yeah.
at first. I was like, no.
You were really young. You said, did you say you were 6?
Yeah, I was 6.
Okay.
I was very scared of it, so I was like, oh, shut that off.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
no, put a wall up.
Totally.
And when you put a wall up, it kind of stops happening. And then, I got into like gothic stuff. So, it opens up a little bit more. When you go into the paranormal, if you're interested, you should be open.
Yeah.
It's like you go and you meet new people. You want to be open to liking them. You can't be shut off and be like rude or obnoxious, unless you get to know them, and then you can be obnoxious.
Yes,
but,
and I'm sure the same goes with spirits. Some ghosts probably in life like to talk smack, and they continue to like to do that when they're gone.
I was propositioned by a ghost.
Really?
I was shocked. I thought, oh my gosh, we had gone in, we hadn't gotten anything in the room, and I said, do you want me to leave? And at that point, a guy had come in, he had a recorder, and he got, okay, you guys got to stop because you got to listen to this. And he came up, and an older man said, no, I don't want you to leave, but I'd like to see you later.
Hey.
And at that point, I was like, I think I should leave.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yes, they can be feisty.
So you know the haunted spots in Chicago.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this city and what's going on the other side.
Well, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's interesting. When I started this, I thought the question was going to be, are ghosts real or not? And then I began researching, and it was, yes, and they are everywhere.
Wow.
And if you go to this place at this time, you'll experience this. If you go here, this is what's
Okay.
going on. And it's really going on all the time, but we as busy Chicagoans usually get kind of caught up in our hustle and bustle and don't stop and kind of take it in. I wrote a book called Voices from the Chicago Grave, and we cover at least 100 locations. And I didn't want to write about a place that I didn't visit myself, and in most cases visited a few times.
Wow.
So this is a several-year process.
Yeah, you've spent a lot of time investigating.
Yeah. And it wasn't even investigating really at first. It was approaching it like a paranormal journalist.
Okay.
That there's a news event. You're gonna go cover the site, interview witnesses, and just take some pictures. So we didn't investigate very much at first, for a very long time.
Okay.
But sometimes things would just happen, and you happen to be there, and wow, what the heck was that? I can't explain it. Whether it's a strange light or a shadowy figure or a sound, but it's going on.
It's a movement of trying to search for a way to open a door, you know, and sometimes you don't like what you find on the other side.
Indeed, and even just being open to it, just even considering it is opening a door.
Yeah.
Whether you're just reading a book or, you don't have to go out and visit a haunted site to kind of open yourself up.
Sure.
But just kind of reminding yourself that what if? Just be open to the possibility, and maybe something will say hi back.
And there is a thrill to that, even if it's scary.
Yeah.
There's something neat there where you're like, that doesn't happen every day.
No, it's intense, and you never really know what you're gonna do, how you're gonna react. You always think, oh, if this happens, this is what I'm gonna say, and really you end up just wiping the crap out of your pants after it happens.
Yes, exactly. I am here with Scott Grunwald, a ghost investigator extraordinaire. I mean, you're kind of like one of the really big famous ones, if I may say.
Yeah, I'm like a level G.
You're a level G, okay.
Level G.
Out of
Ghost, Fresno, California.
Great,
Yeah.
awesome. And you are here in Chicago for our ghost conference.
Yeah, they invited me to come out and ruin it, so I'm trying as best I can.
Well, you're doing a fine job.
Thank you.
We have found that actually people at this conference have been surprisingly intelligent and articulate and not as weird as you would think.
It is an eclectic group and very diversified. There's so many different things. So all the kids in school that didn't have anywhere to hang out with anybody, well, they're here now.
They're here today and they're getting along great with each other.
Except for the fight. Yeah, it's good, yeah. Did you see the fight?
No, what happened? Oh no, we were missing.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
It's those two.
Or they're fighting right now.
The invisible cameraman, yes. It's
From beyond.
From beyond.
We've agitated their spirits.
Ooh, he's agitation.
So you investigate.
You have a great face. I'm just, you do.
Thank you.
If you had that your
I'm
whole
getting
life?
a lot of, I have.
That's good.
I was born at a very early age.
Right.
in a country where I did not know the language.
If I was dead, I'd like to do the stuff that was too much of a pussy to do in real life. You
Oh,
know,
sure.
I mean, like go to strip clubs
Yeah.
and, you know.
What are they going to do to you?
They're not going to do any. Well, I don't know.
They can't. You're
Well,
dead.
then I won't go then. Just talk me out of it.
Oh, no.
Hang out at the Catholic church down the
I
street.
didn't want you to do that. No, I
Catholics, are you Catholic?
God, no.
Okay, God,
I'm
no.
look at, I got a
I can't see
insignia,
it.
which you probably don't know. That's an atheist.
Ah, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But nothing's better for, like,
agnostic, atheist,
yeah.
alcoholic, drug addict.
Yeah, agreed. Yes and
Are you in
yes.
recovery or are you just still using?
I am a taker of drugs.
Said like a true crackhead. I am the taker of drugs.
I
What are
am
you
not
on-
right
what are
now.
you on the Game of Thrones?
This is a
I
whole
am the
different
taker of
conversation.
drugs.
I am a. A lot of these people who want to get the attention of the ghosts or the supernatural, they are very, what's the word? You know,
Gay? I'm sorry.
More tragedies will happen, and I take great comfort in the fact that as long as people keep dying, I will have a job.
That is true. You are set for life. Ha ha ha. Oh man, I have a terrible feeling about what our Psycho Babble audience is going to be like when they're dead. You think they're bad now.
I'm Scott Marcus, and for some reason, you're watching Psycho Babble.
The entertainment value is the heart of it in a way anyway. That's how you get new fans and, you know.
Even if they're dead, it's fine.
yeah.
It's like I fill rooms with dead people. Yeah.
Belief makes things real. If you believe you're cursed, you're cursed.
Yes.
Ask the Chicago
Yes.
Cubs.
Well, what do you call if you're not, if you're, I don't know.
I don't know. So ghosts are great.
So I live in Boston. We were the cursed team as well for the
Oh,
longest
yeah?
time. And then we discovered the only way to break a curse like that is with good pitching.
Whoopee.
Whoopee.
Hi, I'm Jeff Belanger from Ghost Adventures, GhostVillage.com, and PBS. And when I'm not outside ghost hunting, I'm watching Psycho Babble TV right here.
Throughout history, leaders have turned to psychics and soothsayers and oracles, and you know, some of that has turned out to be fake, but if you have a powerful enough belief, sometimes it actually changes the course of history here and there.
Well said. You're good at this.
I'm sad.
You've been doing it for at least a week. That was really good. A nice soundbite.
I don't know. Thanks, guys.
Back to you, Ken.